When it comes to your health, what you put on your plate is one of the most powerful medicines you'll ever take. Food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite you eat sends a message to your body, a message of healing or a message of harm. The choice every single day is yours. So let's break down the foods that can help you lose fat, prevent disease, and start feeling better immediately. First, let's talk about fat loss. The truth is, losing fat isn't only about cutting calories, it's about eating foods that stabilize your blood sugar, keep your metabolism active, and reduce inflammation. One of the simplest things you can do is increase your intake of high fiber foods, vegetables, fruits, beans, and whole grains. Fiber slows digestion, keeps you full longer, and prevents the insulin spikes that lead to fat storage. When your plate is half filled with colorful vegetables, your body naturally starts shifting toward fat burning instead of fat storing. Second, let's talk about disease prevention. Chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers don't just appear overnight. They build silently, often from years of unhealthy eating patterns. But the good news, you can fight back every time you eat. Foods rich in antioxidants like berries, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds act like internal bodyguards, protecting your cells from damage. Omega-3 fats from foods like salmon, chia seeds, and walnuts can lower inflammation and reduce your risk of heart disease. Spices like turmeric and ginger are not only delicious, they're powerful anti-inflammatory agents proven to lower your risk of chronic disease. Third, let's talk about how you feel. Energy, mood, and focus are deeply tied to what you eat. If your diet is filled with processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined carbs, you're going to feel sluggish, irritable, and constantly craving more. But when you fuel your body with whole, nutrient-rich foods, your brain chemistry stabilizes, your hormones balance, and your energy becomes steady throughout the day. Think of lean proteins, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil, and slow-digesting carbs such as quinoa and oats. These foods don't just keep your body lean, they keep your mind sharp and your mood steady. So, how do you put this into action today? Start simple. Replace one sugary drink with water or green tea. Add one extra serving of vegetables to your meals. Swap refined carbs for whole grains. Choose nuts or fruit over chips or cookies for snacks. Tiny changes repeated daily create massive long-term transformation. Here's the bottom line: the way you eat is one of the most powerful levers you have for your health. You don't need fad diets or extreme restrictions. You need a lifestyle that supports your body to burn fat efficiently, fight disease naturally, and help you feel energized, focused, and alive every single day. Your body is ready to change, ready to heal, ready to thrive. The question is, will you give it the right fuel to do so? When most people think about losing fat, they immediately think about restriction, cutting calories, skipping meals, or punishing themselves at the gym. But here's the truth: fat loss isn't about eating less, it's about eating smarter. And one of the smartest things you can do is to choose foods that work with your body's biology, not against it. Let's start with one of the most powerful tools you already have at your disposal: fiber. This nutrient doesn't get enough attention, yet it is a game changer for fat loss. When you eat fiber-rich foods like vegetables, fruits, beans, and whole grains, you're doing several things at once. First, you slow down digestion. That means instead of your blood sugar spiking and crashing, it rises gradually and stays steady. Why does that matter? Because when blood sugar spikes, your body releases insulin, a hormone that signals your body to store fat. But when blood sugar is stable, insulin levels remain steady, which allows your body to use fat for fuel rather than locking it away. The second benefit of fiber is satiety. It keeps you feeling full. Think about the difference between eating a bag of chips and eating a bowl of lentils or a big salad. The chips disappear quickly, and you're still hungry 20 minutes later. But fiber-rich foods take up space in your stomach, they slow down digestion, and they send powerful signals to your brain that you're satisfied. That fullness keeps you from overeating later in the day. But here's the secret: it's not just fiber. Fat loss is about the quality of food you choose. Protein plays an equally powerful role. When you include lean proteins like chicken, fish, eggs, beans, or Greek yogurt, you not only stay full longer, but you also protect your muscle mass. Why does that matter? Because muscle is metabolically active, it burns calories even at rest. The more lean muscle you carry, the easier it is for your body to burn fat naturally. Now let's talk about inflammation. Because many people don't realize how much it influences fat storage. Highly processed foods, things like white bread, sugary snacks, fried foods, and sodas create inflammation in your body. That inflammation doesn't just increase your risk of disease, it also makes your fat cells more stubborn. When you choose anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, and olive oil, you're not only protecting your long-term health, you're also creating an internal environment where fat can be released more easily. Another key factor in fat loss is blood sugar stability. If your day is filled with constant snacking on refined carbs and sugar, your body is constantly being told to store fat. But if you swap those snacks for whole foods, like a handful of nuts, an apple with peanut butter, or carrots with hummus, you're supporting stable energy, fewer cravings, and a body that's ready to tap into fat stores for energy. Now, let's make this practical. Imagine your plate. Half of it should be vegetables, colorful, fiber-rich, nutrient-dense. A quarter should be lean protein, chicken, fish, beans, tofu. The last quarter should be whole grains or slow digesting carbs like quinoa, brown rice, or sweet potato. Add a serving of healthy fat, avocado, olive oil, or nuts, and you have the perfect combination: balanced blood sugar, steady energy, and an environment that encourages fat burning. And let's not forget hydration. Sometimes what feels like hunger is really thirst. Drinking water throughout the day supports metabolism and helps your body process stored fat. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses a day, and replace sugary drinks with water, green tea, or sparkling water infused with lemon. The best part, this isn't about short-term dieting. This is about building a lifestyle that makes fat loss sustainable. Fad diets may give you quick results, but they often come with rebound weight gain because they don't teach you how to eat in a way that works with your body long-term. Choosing high-fiber foods, prioritizing protein, and focusing on whole, nutrient-dense meals is not just about losing fat. It's about transforming your health from the inside out. Here's what I want you to remember: your body isn't fighting against you. It's waiting for you to give it the right fuel. Every bite you eat is a signal to store fat or to burn it, to feel sluggish or to feel energized. The power is on your plate, and it starts with one choice at a time. Eat more of what nourishes you, less of what inflames you, and you'll see fat loss happen. Not because you're starving yourself, but because you're working in alignment with your body's natural design. Your health, your energy, your confidence, it all begins with what you choose to eat today. And the best part, you don't have to wait months to feel the difference. The moment you fuel your body properly, you'll notice it. You'll feel lighter, sharper, and more alive. This isn't about dieting. It's about reclaiming your health and letting your body do what it's designed to do: burn fat, prevent disease, and help you thrive. When you think about medicine, you probably imagine pills, injections, or doctor visits. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful medicines in the world is already sitting in your kitchen? What if the foods you eat every single day are either creating disease or preventing it? The truth is this: chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and even certain cancers don't suddenly appear. They build slowly, often over years, shaped by daily habits, especially what we eat. And while genetics play a role, your lifestyle, your diet in particular, has a far greater influence than most people realize. So let's talk about how you can use food as your medicine starting today. First, let's address antioxidants. These compounds are nature's defense system. They fight free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells, accelerate aging, and increase your risk of disease. When you fill your plate with antioxidant-rich foods like blueberries, strawberries, spinach, kale, and broccoli, you're giving your body powerful protection at the cellular level. Think of antioxidants as tiny soldiers guarding your DNA from damage. Every time you eat them, you're strengthening your body's shield. Now let's move to inflammation, because this is the root of many chronic diseases. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection, but when it becomes chronic, triggered by processed foods, excess sugar, and unhealthy fats, it quietly damages your arteries, joints, and even your brain. Over time, this chronic inflammation is a major driver of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and Alzheimer's disease. The solution: choose anti-inflammatory foods. Salmon, sardines, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which actively lower inflammation. Olive oil, turmeric, and ginger have also been proven to fight inflammation at its source. Even something as simple as swapping a soda for green tea introduces polyphenols, plant compounds that calm inflammation and protect your heart. Let's talk about heart health, because heart disease is still the leading cause of death worldwide. The foods you eat can either damage your arteries or keep them clean and flexible. Diets high in processed meats, fried foods, and refined carbs stiffen your arteries and raise cholesterol. But when you focus on whole grains, beans, vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins, you support healthy cholesterol levels and blood pressure. Fiber plays a major role here too. It binds to cholesterol in the gut and helps remove it before it ever reaches your arteries. Now, consider cancer prevention. No single food can guarantee protection, but an overall pattern of eating rich in plants can significantly lower your risk. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage contain compounds that support your liver's natural detox pathways. Berries and grapes provide polyphenols that help stop cancer cells from growing. And remember, spices like garlic and turmeric, they don't just flavor your meals, they also enhance your immune system's ability to fight abnormal cell growth. But here's something many people overlook: blood sugar control. When your blood sugar is constantly spiking because of sugary drinks, white bread, pastries, and fast food, you're putting enormous stress on your pancreas and your entire system. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, the foundation of type 2 diabetes. But when you choose whole grains, beans, vegetables, and proteins, you slow the release of sugar into your blood. Stable blood sugar doesn't just prevent diabetes, it also protects your brain, heart, and kidneys from long-term damage. Let's make this practical. Imagine starting your day with oatmeal topped with berries and nuts instead of a sugary cereal. For lunch, a salad with leafy greens, grilled salmon, olive oil, and avocado instead of a fast food burger and fries. For dinner, roasted vegetables, quinoa, and chicken with turmeric and garlic instead of processed frozen meals. Each of those swaps isn't just about calories, it's about preventing disease before it starts. And here's the inspiring truth: your body begins to respond almost immediately. Within days of eating antioxidant-rich, anti-inflammatory foods, your blood vessels start to relax, your digestion improves, and your energy stabilizes. Within weeks, your cholesterol and blood pressure can drop. Over time, your risk of chronic illness falls dramatically. This is the power of food as medicine. It's not a quick fix, but it's the most sustainable, effective, and side effect-free treatment you'll ever find. So the next time you're about to eat, ask yourself, is this food healing me or is it harming me? Because every bite is either building your future health or silently stealing it. The great news is that you don't need perfection, you just need consistency. Every extra serving of vegetables, every swap from soda to water, every handful of nuts instead of chips is a vote for your health. And those votes add up. Food is medicine. It always has been, it always will be. And the power to heal your body and prevent disease is already in your hands, one meal at a time. We often think about food only in terms of weight, losing it, gaining it, or maintaining it. But food is so much more than calories on a plate. Food is chemistry. It has the power to shape how you feel, your energy levels, your mood, even your ability to focus. And the difference between a day where you feel sluggish, irritable, and distracted versus one where you feel sharp, balanced, and full of energy often comes down to what you choose to eat. Let's start with energy. How many times have you grabbed a donut, a muffin, or an energy drink hoping for a quick boost, only to feel exhausted an hour later? That's not your imagination. It's biology. Sugary, refined foods cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, giving you that initial rush. But what goes up must come down, and that crash leaves you feeling tired, craving more sugar, and stuck in a cycle of highs and lows. Now imagine fueling yourself with foods that provide steady, long-lasting energy. Complex carbohydrates like oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, and whole grains release glucose slowly into your bloodstream, keeping your energy stable. Pair them with lean protein and healthy fats, and you create meals that power you for hours, not minutes. Think of your body like a fire refined sugar's paper. It burns fast and disappears. Whole foods are like logs. They burn slowly, steadily, keeping your fire alive. Next, let's talk about mood. Your emotional health is deeply connected to your nutrition, and science is proving this more and more. Up to 90% of serotonin, the feel-good hormone, is produced in your gut. That means the food you eat directly influences your brain chemistry. Diets high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats disrupt gut health and can contribute to anxiety, depression, and mood swings. On the other hand, diets rich in fiber, probiotics, and omega-3 support a healthy gut microbiome, and in turn, a more stable mood. For example, fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut feed your gut with healthy bacteria. Leafy greens, beans, and berries provide prebiotic fiber that fuels those bacteria, and omega-3 rich foods like salmon, chia seeds, and walnuts reduce inflammation in the brain and improve emotional resilience. In other words, the foods you eat literally shape how happy and balanced you feel. Now let's move to focus and mental clarity. Your brain is only 2% of your body weight, but it consumes about 20% of your energy. That means what you feed it matters. Diets high in refined sugar can actually impair memory and concentration, while nutrient-dense foods enhance cognitive function. For sharper focus, prioritize foods rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and healthy fats. Blueberries, for instance, are often called brain berries because they improve communication between brain cells. Nuts and seeds provide vitamin E, which protects your neurons from damage. Dark chocolate, yes, in moderation, is packed with flavonoids that enhance memory and processing speed. And don't forget hydration. Even mild dehydration can affect concentration, so water is just as important for mental performance as food. Now let's tie it all together with practical strategies. If you want to feel energized, emotionally balanced, and focused, here are simple steps you can start today. Eat a balanced breakfast. Instead of starting your day with sugary cereals or pastries, choose oatmeal with berries and nuts or eggs with spinach and avocado. You'll notice your energy lasts longer. As snacks, smart swap chips and candy for almonds, apple slices with peanut butter or Greek yogurt. These options stabilize blood sugar and keep your brain sharp. Build balanced meals, think in threes: protein, fiber, rich carbs, and healthy fats. Grilled chicken, quinoa, and roasted vegetables with olive oil is a perfect example. While hydrate consistently, keep a water bottle nearby. Aim for at least 68 glasses a day and add lemon or cucumber if you need flavor. Limit processed foods. Every time you reduce sugary drinks, fried foods, or packaged snacks, you reduce inflammation and give your brain and body a clearer path to thrive. Here's what's amazing: the changes don't take months to notice. Within days of eating cleaner, your energy stabilizes. Within weeks, your mood feels lighter and your focus improves. Over time, these changes compound into a version of yourself that feels unstoppable. Food is more than fuel. It is your daily prescription for how you live, think, and feel. If you want steady energy, a calm mood, and a sharp mind, your plate is the most powerful tool you have. The bottom line is this: you don't need extreme diets or complicated rules. You need whole, nutrient-rich foods that nourish your body and mind. When you eat this way consistently, you don't just look better, you feel better. And when you feel better, you show up to life with more clarity, confidence, and vitality. So ask yourself, am I eating to just get through the day, or am I eating to truly live it? The choice is yours, and the results start the moment you decide to fuel your body with what it truly needs.